It's the sort of thing we never expect to happen to us, hearing the words, "you've got cancer." But sadly, it happens all too often to people of all ages. And what do you do when you get that first diagnosis? Well, you look for help anywhere you can. And someone who found themselves in that position is Steve Murphy, and he joins us this afternoon. Steve, thanks for joining us. Let's talk about your story. You're fit, healthy, in your early 40s. And you get some pretty shocking news from your GP.
As you said at the top, it came completely out of the blue. It was the last thing I was expecting, and I didn't have a lot of symptoms. I fortunately had a very thorough GP who did some investigation to a few little niggling problems I had, and discovered that I had lymphoma. And it is a very difficult thing to hear. The words lymphoma, cancer, you know, they fill you with dread. And at the time, I knew very little about lymphoma. And it turns out I didn't know much about my body either. So I had to go on a fact-finding mission.
You have a very supportive partner, family, lots of friends. But as you mentioned, what you really need is medical help, and navigating that system can be so overwhelming and confusing.
It absolutely can be. I mean, the supportive family and friends is absolutely key, well, key for me. But you need the detail and the background to back that up, I think. You need to be able to make informed decisions. And in my case, I had an amazing medical team. But also, I wanted to know more specifically about lymphoma. So I turned to an organisation called Lymphoma Australia, who not only are an amazing resource for information and support, but they also connect you with a community of people who are going through the same thing as you.
The problem is, I guess, that there are so many cancer fundraisers out there, and a lot of them are very high profile. Lymphoma Australia, not so much, but you're trying to make that front and centre at the moment.
Well, I'm trying to do my bit. I mean, I owe a debt of gratitude to so many people who supported me through my diagnosis and treatment. And Lymphoma Australia was certainly central to that. So
you've raised more than $5,000. You're on your way to $7,500. What does that sort of donation do for an organisation like Lymphoma Australia, and how can people support you?
All money raised by Legs Out for Lymphoma goes to supporting Lymphoma Australia to support more people. They do an amazing job, not only with information, but also with their lymphoma care nurses. So the more money we can raise, it means the more nurses we have on the ground supporting the patients and families of lymphoma. The best way to make a donation is to go to Legs Out for Lymphoma, the website, or if you wanted to donate to me, which is very selfish of me, I know, but it's at ST Murphy on Twitter and Instagram. And
Legs Out Lymphoma, what does that mean? What does that do?
It means that everyone fundraising is getting their legs out in the month of March and wearing our lime green proudly, and we're each setting ourselves our own challenge. For me, I've set a challenge of walking 10 kilometres on Sunday, March 7, and that's what people are donating towards and showing their support through the personal challenges that each fundraiser has set themselves.
Well, Steve, it's very selfless of you, and we wish you all the very best of luck, and congratulate Lymphoma Australia for all the work that they do. Thanks so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you, Davina.